Hello everyone, Blaze here. Finally, SD card arrived. I was finally able to do this pickups video a month later. This is the February 2015 anime pickups part 2, solely Blu-ray stuff here. First up we have Genshin, the second generation. This is the latest, or one of the latest. It was the latest when I picked it up and planned to show it, but yeah, the latest NIS Premium Edition Genshin, second generation. This is the third Genshin series. There's been 2 previous seasons based on the original manga, then as well as an OVA. And there was also obviously the Kujibuki Unbalance or something series that was a spin-off based on the anime that all the characters are obsessed with. Haven't got that. I would like to get it so I can own the OVAs at last. But and then there was obviously this, which is based on the second generation manga series. The curious thing about this series is that it actually skips quite far ahead from where the last anime season was. There's a big gap where obviously for some reason they decided to go straight into adapting the season 2 manga rather than continuing on adapting the rest of the original manga. So that's a bit of an issue and it was sort of frustrating, but other than that, this was a great series. This time the cast is slightly different. We've got a new slew of main characters, but a lot of the old cast from the original 2 seasons are still in it and do get quite a lot of play. A lot of screen time. Madarame, one of my absolute favourite anime characters, his story arc in this series I just love. So there's a good conclusion to one of his ongoing stories, and it's a really good series. It's certainly different. Like I said, it's mainly a female cast this time, but it was still a really enjoyable series. Everything that I loved about the original Genshin is in this series. In fact, I feel like the story in this season is actually better than the original 2, but yeah, your mileage may vary, but I actually preferred the story in this one. I thought it was more fun, and I thought there was given how established some of the characters were, it was great seeing some more of them. And this is a really nice set, nice packaging, great book, all around fantastic stuff, and another great season of Genshin. Next we have Space Brothers. This is a series I've been highly anticipating owning. I'm so excited to finally have the first part that's put out on by Sentai Filmworks on Blu-ray. This is the first part of what will, I believe, be 8 parts. It's a 99 episode series plus a movie, so it's quite a significant series. Started in 2012, went on to 2014. I'm really excited about this. I have an avid interest in space and all things like that. I find the universe around us to be quite an interesting place. So I'm very excited to see a sci-fi series, anime-wise, that is actually sort of set more in realistic territory. Like the NASA actually helped, or yeah, I believe they helped in a way with the series in terms of like portraying it as realistic. So yeah, quite like Planetes, although Planetes was set in the future. I don't believe this is set that far in the future. I actually don't know, but Planetes was set in the future, but it had this like realistic approach to how it conveyed its story compared to your traditional anime sci-fi series. And I'm really hoping I'll get that from this. I plan to watch it relatively soon. I'm probably going to possibly wait until I get part 2. It really depends. But yeah, Space Brothers. A sci-fi series that certainly is set in space, but certainly is not realistic, is the fantastic comedy from the creators of Cowboy Bebop, partnering this time with Bones in the studio Bones. We get Space Dandy. I love this series. I know this series got some slightly mixed reactions. I think the fact that it's quite a lot like Cowboy Bebop and is made by the same people. People are expecting another cool cyberpunk neo-noir type series that was Cowboy Bebop. What Space Dandy actually is a fantastic comedic parody series. The stuff they parody in this show is just fantastic, like just general science fiction story tropes. There's some really awesome stuff in this. I thought it was hilarious. I loved all the characters. My favourite one was Meow. This set comes with these art cards. They're a bit flimsy, but they're nice, I guess. But yeah, I really, really enjoy the series. I think the dub's fantastic. J. Michael Tatum plays the lead. in the English dub. I really did love the dub a lot. It's just QT, the robot vacuum type thing, the auto-tuned robotic voice in the English version is much better than the Japanese version as far as I'm concerned. I watched it when it was originally airing. I downloaded the Toonami dub rips or whatever. And yeah, it was a fantastic series. I feel like the Cowboy Bebop association to this series has sort of hurt it in some ways. It certainly drummed up the excitement, but left a few people disappointed. But honestly, it's kind of like, it sort of reminds me of like anime Red Dwarf in a way, where you got this like comedic sci-fi group of characters and just all the different crazy parody type stories they end up doing in space. Baby, it's fantastic. It has some more ecchi stuff in it, but other than that, it's a really, really great series and highly, highly recommended. Following on in my quest to pick up all of Naruto for as cheap as possible, as some of you might remember, I've been very lucky in getting the Naruto Shippuden DVD volumes from Viz Media really cheap, and I've continued that success. I've picked up all 4 of the Blu-ray movies for less than $5 each, which is great. The only movie that's missing here is the original first movie. It got a Blu-ray release, the original Naruto Shippuden movie, the first one. It got a Blu-ray release in the UK, but didn't get one in America. I'll probably end up picking up just the DVD, because you can only buy the UK Blu-ray as in a 2-pack with Bonds, which is in the PS3 right now. But yeah, I'm really happy to be able to pick up just more of this stuff cheap, because there's so much of it. It's such a commitment financially, so to be able to pick stuff up like this constantly cheap, I've been very lucky. I've been making sure to get these bargains while I can, and yeah, that's 4 movies from Shippuden. And last but certainly not least, we have Mobile Police Patlabor, the new files, the complete collection. This is all 16 episodes of the OVA series that was released after the TV series run from Sunrise. This is, I think these ran from like the very late 80s until the very early 90s. And it's really awesome. It's basically just more of what makes Patlabor so great. You get these group of characters, all of their certain personalities, and yeah, you got this big giant Mobile Police like Patlabor robot in the background that certainly gets some due diligence in terms of action, but a lot of the time, especially for the OVA, it's only the first 4 episodes that are really action orientated. The rest of the series is more just slice of life stuff with the characters that you love, and I really do love the Patlabor characters. That is what, it's such a heartfelt, warm cast of characters. You just can't help just love all the little bits about each of them, and the bits that, you know, the parts of their personalities and stuff. It's just great, and the way they mesh together, some really fantastic comedy, and I'm so happy that we've been privileged to have all of this so far from Made in Japan, and very soon we'll be getting the free movies as well, and then I'll have all the Patlabor on my shelf on Blu-ray, and I've really loved watching this series. And yeah, that's been my anime pickups. I'll see you next time.